Hello? Is it the podcast paradox you're looking for? Because you are here.
I can see it in your thighs.
Hey, swallows. All right. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are here inside the Paradox Podcast. Yo, Chris, how you feeling this week?
One show did better than the other.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that, Chris. How are you feeling this week knowing that Cody Rhodes still watches our show? And by the way, Cody, in the first minute, I'm going to plug this shirt in because I made it myself. You're dead, Cody. You're dead to us. You're done.
Weeks ago,
You
made the comment, oh, how cool would it be if they made a shirt, Sweet Life, Zach and Cody? And what did I send you today in a text message?
They made a shirt of Sweet Life and Matt and Cody. I am so mad. I want my royalties. I want the check. I want it all, Cody. I am done with you. I am done with this nonsense. Every week I'm writing a show and you're just like, yeah, let me put that on TNT. I'm done with this shit.
And what about when I texted you? I texted you on Thursday and said, like a spoiler, what I thought. And what did you text me? You text me, I just read a spoiler. Yep. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yep. Should we say the spoiler or are we going to not do that to them?
No, we're not going to do that to them. Because if they're watching our podcast, then we're going to get a cease and desist order.
All right, Cody, your secret is safe with us this time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight inside the podcast Paradox, we are going to take a look at the war. What happened Wednesday? Was it a war this week, Chris?
No.
It was not a war. Update. No. It is no longer a war.
I don't like using a dry cotton towel to wipe up my jizz. Why would I want to cover my eyes from a burn mark?
Dude, that fireball. Is that where we're starting? Is this where we're starting?
You know what? You might as well get NXT over with. We'll start with NXT. Right,
hold on. I got to get to it. Hold on. It's down there. I have to scroll on down to my notes.
Because I have a lot of questions about the first incarnation of this Karrion Kross.
Yeah. All right.
Keith Lee.
We open up NXT with a huge monstrous match, the one we've all been waiting for. Chris, have you been as excited as the match as I have?
Yeah, I first off, I thought he killed Danny Burch last week.
But this is who we open up with: Karrion Kross and Danny Burch. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
But honestly, it was a good match. I liked it.
It was. In this spot, though, you need a squash match for Karrion Kross. In this spot, you put a squash match out there so Karrion's not huffing over puffing when Fat Boy Lee comes marching out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no disrespect to Keith Lee. I love Keith Lee. I got his side plates on my NXT title. But Keith Lee being the aggressor in this storyline, I do not like.
No.
But let's cover the match first.
I mean, it was a great match. It was very entertaining.
Very.
You know? But I would love to see a storyline between those two. Like a Danny Burch, Karrion Kross. Like, that's how good it is.
It was definitely a good match.
It was a very traditional, non-traditional match at the same time. Because you knew Karrion Kross was the aggressor in the match. And he was going to, inflict the pain. But Danny Burch is the technical brawler, and I enjoyed it. I literally enjoyed it.
It was nice it was refreshing to see Kross keep jumping out of everything. Anytime Danny Burch hit him with a suplex or something, Kross bounced right back up. But Burch stayed on offense a lot of the match. It wasn't effective offense, but he stayed on offense, which looked good. Essentially why I don't think that looked good for Burch, because he's a tough wrestler. That's why I felt like a squash match here. You put him out there with
Leon Ruff.
Yeah, there you go, Leon Ruff. Put him out there with Leon Ruff, have him fuck him up.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom. And one of my problems here is now we got past the match. Match was good. I'm going to give it 3 stars, 2 stars, 2.5 stars, 3 stars.
Yeah, 2.5.
2.5 stars. We'll give that match 2.5 stars. This is a tough show, people. So then we move into Keith Lee's music coming out. Keith Lee marching to the ring. And what does Karrion Kross do? Oh, I'm the toughest son of a bitch in the company right now, and I'm going to get out of the ring. You're not going to stand there and go toe to toe, but I understand what it played into, but at the same time, what you played into, instead of making Cross look strong in this situation, you essentially just said, okay, we're going to put a fireball over before we put a talent over.
Right.
So I didn't like it.
But like like what we were talking about before we went live, is how many takes do you think it took Scarlett to slide the binder
It
in?
was a smooth. It was good.
There's no way that she did it within 10 takes.
First shot. I'm giving her all the credit.
The only first shot she gets is on her face.
Not spit out my drink. Jesus Christ. No, it was, in case you guys
She's
missed
good
it.
for the last drop, by the way.
Yeah. In case you guys missed it, so Keith Lee comes out, Karrion Kross goes out to the outside with Scarlett. Keith Lee has a contract in his hand. He signs the contract, calls Kross son of a bitch. They throw the contracts at Kross. And Kross signs it while staring at Keith Lee the entire time, which was a little weird. And Scarlett goes in on the 8th try, pushes it in. Pushes in the contract. It comes right to the feet of what's his face? Keith Lee. Keith Lee picks it up, and you could tell by looking at the bottom of the contract, because we had already seen the bottom of the contract, it was a different book. It was not the same book. And he opens it up, and a fireball, like the tackiest fucking fireball I've ever seen, comes out of this thing. I'm gonna bet my money it was CGI.
I'm gonna bet my money it was at the box of gimmicks that remember when Mankind tried throwing the fireball in Undertaker's face and it never lit off? Like they couldn't get the lighter to go?
Yeah.
I think it was the same kind of fireball.
Yeah. So.
But what got me was they run him out of the ring. First off, I have 2 takes on this. What is with everyone going after Keith Lee's eyes? Because Johnny Gargano hit him with a key, and he had a patch on. Right. Now he's blinded by a fireball. First off, that just sounds like he's unlucky. Number 2 is when he's on the outside and the doctors are trying to get the towel on him, pour water. Make it look real. Pour water on him. Do something. If you remember in ECW when Tommy Dreamer or Balls Mahoney would go to a flaming table, they would pour Sprite or fucking water all over them to make it look legit.
Yeah, something cold. Make them.
What do? They get the driest cotton towel that they can find and throw it on their face. Like anyone knows that if someone's burning or got their skin burned, the cotton's going to stick to it. When they pull it off, it's going to rip the skin.
Yeah. What I found funny is Lee kept yelling for Kross. And he's like, give me Kross. And I'm like, dude, you can't fucking see 2 feet in front of you. What are you talking about right now? Why do you want to fight this guy right now? Just like where's the ambulance? That's what you need to be asking.
Well, no, and my favorite thing is, they go to the picture-in-picture, which I don't want to see that. I don't want to see, so all the refs are contending to Keith Lee. The next match, Drake Maverick is coming out. There's no ref in the ring. I'm like, what is going on here? And then you see the refs in the background. They're like pointing at each other, like, "Oh no, Drake, it's you." And then he's like, "Me?" Dude,
this show is all over the place, and you're gonna see that in this next match when you have Drake Maverick versus Killian Dane.
Oh my God, I was so frustrated.
My first question was, what does this match do for either of these guys?
My first three words, if you can see them, they say what, why, and how. Those are it. If you wanted to get Undisputed Era on the TV and interrupt the match, or squash some 2 guys, or whatever, have Killian Dane go against Leon Ruff or Jim Bob Franklin from down the street, or something like
not just Drake Maverick, yeah.
Especially when Drake Maverick's supposed to be in this heated rivalry, which now
with
he's
Phantasma,
not.
Yeah, Do Taco Gordo Del Loco, yeah.
Which now he's not. Oh my gosh, it hurt my brain. Hurt my brain.
Well, after Undisputed Era, so you see. Undisputed Era is driving in as Lee's ambulance is pulling out, and then they go back to the match. And my next comment was, this shit is all over the place. Like,
First off, if UE is pulling up in a 2017 Ford Explorer, they might want to review their contracts later.
a little bit, yes, a little bit, because I don't think I ever saw, Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen jumping out anything less than 80 grand.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. So then Cole grabs the mic after they beat down both guys and calls out Pat McAfee, which Chris had a little comment about Pat McAfee earlier. And Chris, would you like to review that for the show?
there was, well, first off, we skipped before the first match. The opening segment of the show was literally Pat McAfee and Adam Cole reliving what happened last week, and then how it was on ESPN, Twitter, blah blah blah, all these media outlets. So the ongoing theme of the show was Pat McAfee, Adam Cole, and what I think it is, they want to make it mainstream.
Yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't you make it mainstream? You got Pat McAfee, who has his own audience, his own show, his own podcast. He has an audience. I mean, I believe I don't want to guess on how many followers he has on Twitter that probably don't watch football or that don't watch wrestling. So now, you know who hit me up? Jimmy Harris, the winner of our raffle. Jimmy Harris contacted me and he goes, "First of all, you fuck, where's my shirt?" And I said, "Sir, we're working on it. Please be patient. We're a company affected by coronavirus."
Yeah, exactly. And my wife is slow, so
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Jinx, you owe me a soda. You can't talk till you buy me a Coke. And then Jimmy asked me, he goes, "Hey, is this Pat McAfee thing real?" He was like, I saw the show. He was like, I was watching the show. And he's like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a work." And they're Pat McAfee. I explained to him the whole Indianapolis thing with the chair to the back on Cole and the short jokes. And he was like, "Oh," he goes, "Guess I'm watching NXT 30 now." And look, that is somebody who does not watch wrestling. He literally follows our show to support us because we've all known each other since we were like 10 years old. And it's someone that's never watched wrestling, and they're gonna watch NXT 30 because of Pat McAfee. That is why WWE is pushing this to mainstream. No question about it.
Well, now here's the flip side of it. Pat just had a show, and I think it was yesterday. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it, but I watched the clip on YouTube. The true diehard wrestling fans hate him because he's not a traditionalist, he's not a wrestler, and he's a former NFL punter that is coming in to go after a top guy in NXT.
So Brock Lesnar was a former defensive lineman and a former All-American wrestler. He came into a show.
But he was a failed football player, though.
So now that we have a successful football player, Bill Goldberg was kind of successful. He was around for a while.
Yeah, but he couldn't have a wrestling match, and he almost killed the dead man, so.
True. All right, so next.
But the promo that Adam Cole cut was
awesome. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Awesome.
He looks funny to me. I feel like his head is inflated right here.
Well, you remember he had that big that girth, like that growth on his head that he got removed. Remember when he was in ROH, he had that knot.
I was thinking about that just now. Do you think Britt Baker would be with him if he had that?
She was with him before.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
Dirty bitch.
Yeah, she used to lick it. She's like, "Oh, you lick my nub, I'm gonna lick your nub."
Yeah, right. Her nub is on her fucking nose. You see that thing, or did you see that thing? Now it's all fixed. All right. So Kushida promo. Cool. Tyler Breeze versus Santos Escobar. I did like the beginning of this match, how it opened up with Escobar coming out and then sending back Del Taco, El Gordo, Del Loco, Guacamole, Fantasma. But eventually they come down and help him get the win on Tyler Breeze.
Wait, now here's my thing. My note is boring match. Why have the champ versus Breeze? Retribution? Like for Fandango?
I don't know, but we did the watch along and we saw Breeze. And then it's like, I know we're not supposed to be sharing this, but I don't care. It's an hidden episode. It's coming soon. We watched the watch along, and the watch along that we watched was a 2015 Unbreakable. What was it?
No, Rival.
No.
I think it was called Rivals.
Unstoppable or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. So anyway, the opening match was Fandango versus Tyler Breeze for a
Nope.
number one contender
Nope.
match.
Finn
What?
Balor versus Tyler Breeze.
What did I say?
Fandango.
My bad. Finn Balor, Prince Devitt versus Tyler Breeze, but it wasn't Prince Devitt. It was the Demon.
Yeah, it was the
So
Prince.
seeing
versus
that
Prince.
match, Prince of Pretty versus Prince Devitt, and then going now to today and seeing this match, Tyler Breeze, it's like how far you have fallen, my sweet angel. How far you have fallen.
Mm-hmm.
So then after the match, after Delgado, El Toro, LaRocco, Lotaco, Guacamole, Fantasma helps get the win for Santana, Fandango comes out with a clipped wing, or as Moronello like to call it, a clipped wing.
Yeah.
And he has a stick and he gets beat the fuck down. But then your hero comes out.
Yeah, Swerve Strickland comes out for the save. And here's my thing. I know I'm very critical, but just 2 weeks ago, you had Drake Maverick and Brizongo going against these three retards. So I guess Drake Maverick didn't move the numbers. So they're like, hey, your match is gonna get interrupted. We're gonna have Shane Strickland come in and fill in for you. That's gonna draw the people.
How come his match didn't draw the numbers when he got fired? Everybody was like, oh my God, poor Drake. And now that he's back, nobody's on that wagon anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it made no sense. But don't worry, I'm very critical of AEW with we'll talk about
We'll get there. So then we get a Dakota Kai promo about her title match. And then we jump into a
and we get a promo from Ridge Holland.
Oh yeah. There you go.
All
right. So Mia Yim gets stopped in the back. Quick little promo. Dude, is Mia Yim sexy? Because I am just like every time I see her, I'm like, damn girl, you thick. Thicker than a Snicker.
Yeah, I mean, she gets me half a chub.
Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. She does look good in the ring. She's green as shit, but she's good. I like it.
Yeah.
I think she's learning every week. You can tell she's getting better and better. And she did get a nice little win this week against our girl Mindy Caldwell or Indy Hartwell. Are you snickering at me right now? Are you snickering?
I said whack match Mia wins.
Whack match Mia. Dude, we are a professional show. Our show is made for children. So Mia Yim with the big win. Now we move on to Finn Balor.
His promo
was great.
It was great because I don't know if you caught it, but he makes a
demo.
I caught it. He makes a demo reference.
Yes. It doesn't matter if you're 18, 49, or in a retirement home. Everyone watches Finn. Yeah. Dude, I loved it. I loved every second of it. He was like, yo, Jericho, what's up, baby?
Yeah. I know your show's getting almost 1 million views a week, but I mean, like, the 18 to 49-year-olds, they want to watch me.
Everybody watches Finn Balor. All right, so great promo, Finn. I know you're watching as well. Y'all watch. Everybody watches. Right. So we move on
to another promo from Pat McAfee, Adam Cole.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one.
Then the next match, we get your boy, Damien.
I'm sorry. Dude, NXT, man, like.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Dude, it's just been so. It honestly, you know what it feels like right now? It feels like we're in the 83 weeks again.
Oh, I said this a couple weeks ago.
It feels like we're in the 83 weeks again.
Here's my. I want to give my opinion of this match, and then because I know Damian Priest is your boy, so you got.
I love him.
Damian Priest. You got Damian Priest versus Thick Boy. This is my notes. I hate Thick Boy. I hope he has a heart attack during the ladder match at TakeOver. He's worthless to me. Priest is such a good athletic wrestler. Why potentially bury him to the schlub? Fat Boy gets the win.
Yes. So Fat Boy gets the win. Way you said it. Here's my thing, man. If you have both these guys going into your ladder match, who else is in the ladder match besides them? Guarantee right now.
Karrion Grimes. Oh, we can't say that yet.
What did you say?
We can't say that yet. It didn't happen yet.
No, that didn't happen yet. There was someone else. Who else? There was 3 in there.
Oh, well, Loomis, but he got taken out.
Uh-huh.
Um,
It wasn't just them 2. Those weren't the only 2 in there.
yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was them and Dexter Loomis. And then Dexter Loomis got hurt, so now they're having this. Remember the retarded qualifiers for. Now you're having a ladder match with Gargano and Rich Holland. There's only 2 people in it for a shot at the. I don't know, man.
Dude, I don't know. So there's all right. So look, if you're gonna have that match, that match happened too soon because that could have been a match, but it had to have a run-in ending. Somebody who else was in that match, you have to run in. You cannot let one of these guys win straight up against the other. First of all, here's my thing, and I've been saying this for weeks. I love the Priest like up and down thing that he does. I love that. The only thing I do not like is this. I don't like that. He does that, and it's like that reminds me of Danny Burch and Oney Larkin. That's their thing. And also, it's kind of weak for Priest. I feel like it's really such like a weak like thing for him. Like Austin had the middle finger. People had their own thing. Dakota Kai has that dumbass thing that she does, and that still looks better than a peace sign. So for Priest doing that, if you're gonna do anything, put up your fucking fist and call it a day.
So the ladder match at Takeover is Bronson Reed, Fat Boy, versus Punishment Martinez versus person we should not name yet versus Johnny Gargano or Ridge Holland versus Finn Balor or
Velveteen
person we're not supposed to name yet.
Oh, okay, sorry. So sorry about that. But here's my thing. So you have Broken Arrow to Reed and he kicks out, and then they bury Priest.
Hey, by the way, quick update. Okay. I'm on Wikipedia's NXT TakeOver 30 match card. Ready? I'm going to show you this. That's the lineup. There's only 4 matches.
Looks solid to me. Looks solid to me. Solid show. Solid show.
You have the ladder match.
Damn it, put it on tape.
You have a ladder match. You have the women's match. You have Adam Cole, Pat McAfee, and then Keith Lee and Karrion Kross.
Who knows? We might get Katie Catanzaro on that show too. You never fucking know. Just make it a fucking full ice cream sandwich. So here's my thing. They bury Priest. Is this the most upsetting loss for Priest?
It does. It makes him look soft.
Is it the most upsetting loss in his NXT career?
I don't think upsetting. I think it's disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
Do you think Priest was okay with this in the back, behind kayfabe and everything? What do you think he was like? Is this the best thing for my character at this time?
I think he was pissed.
You think so?
Yeah, but he might not have shown it, but I think he was pissed.
Does Priest win the title at NXT TakeOver?
Me personally, out of all the people that are, first off, I don't.
After taking that loss tonight, does Priest win the title at TakeOver? After taking that loss, do you think they were like, "Yo, we're putting the title on you at TakeOver. Take this loss to Fat Boy tonight"?
Okay, here's my thing. How many people are in the Money in the Bank ladder match? 8?
That many?
Is it 8 or 6?
There's only one good ladder match, and that was the Daniel Bryan victory at whatchamacallit. That was for the IC title, though, wasn't it?
No, yeah, but I'm just talking about Money in the Bank. I think it's 8.
Now I gotta look it up.
Because
ahead.
look,
keep talking.
Because you got 7, possible. Why not have all of them in it?
You're right.
Why not have Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Cameron Grimes, Johnny Gargano, Ridge Holland, Finn Balor, Velveteen Dream? Why not have all of them?
So, yeah, you had – so this past year, men's Money in the Bank, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had 6.
So you have 1 extra. Okay, first off, why Ridge Holland is in the mix? I said that last week. I have no
They're
clue.
trying to bring him over from NXT Europe or Europe. NXT what's UK?
Yeah, but how does he come in and have 1 show, 1 match, and he's in the fucking
Well, because he showed out in UK.
Ooh.
I mean, I know your buddy Nate's like a huge fan of UK. All right, so can we just move on?
And he's also a big fan of Sue too.
Dude, I am just so fucking upset at this match and the burying of Damian Priest.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that like I heard there's a rumor that whatchamacallit, McMahon doesn't watch NXT. So it shows, and honestly, like if that's true, the only thing I can think of is if he does watch NXT, he's just like, yeah, fuck that Ring of Honor guy.
I don't even think he knows what Ring of Honor is.
Oh, he knows what Ring of Honor is. Come on. He did what he did in Ring of Honor, what he did to ECW. He picked. He said, "Ooh, that guy looks nice. I get him."
I mean,
all right.
Name me a big Ring of Honor guy that they got.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Punk. Samoa
yeah,
Joe.
Yeah, but CM Punk though was wrestling at TNA before he signed with.
But he was a Ring of Honor guy. They know what Ring of Honor is. They knew he was. They knew who CM Punk was.
And Samoa Joe was in TNA and bigger in TNA than he wasn't in ROH. So they plucked him from TNA.
Kevin Steen. Sami Zayn. They know where Ring of Honor is at. They know. They knew what Ring of Honor was because Jim Cornette had his dealings in Ring of Honor. And Jim Cornette still will kiss Vince McMahon's ass to the day he dies. It does not matter what Cornette says.
I just think if he would have known, he knows about Ring of Honor, he would make a bigger push for some of these guys, like the Briscoes, like Jay Lethal.
Do you really see the Briscoes working a McMahon match? Be honest.
100%. In NXT, 100%.
A McMahon match. What McMahon approves of. What you can do.
In NXT, yes. In NXT, yes. 100%.
I don't know.
Name me a good tag team in NXT. Besides Imperium.
Everrise.
Yeah, Everrise. Yeah. The Old Bucks.
Old Bucks. Oh my God. No. Yes, it's the first match, so we're gonna talk about it in AEW.
Yes.
You have to remind me just when we get to the first match in AEW, just say Randy Orton. Okay, so I don't forget.
I already saw it. I already saw it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so just say Randy Orton. Don't even forget. All right, so next we have Katie Catanzaro and Casey something.
Caden Carter versus Mercedes Havoc and Aaliyah.
Mercedes Havoc. Fuck that guy too, bro. Yo, we gotta talk about Jimmy Havoc. This is the greatest day of my life. The next best thing could be Joey Janela.
No.
We're gonna say that. All right. So can we talk about the beautiful Hurricane Rana that Catanzaro opened up with?
Yeah. Hey, okay. Can I open up with my note? Well, first off, I said it's whack women's tag match with no purpose. Caden Carter looks like a worker from Vixens.
Oh, the tattooed one?
Yeah.
God control.
I can see her either being a dancer or a cocktail waitress at Vixens.
Cocktail waitress, definitely. She's kind of bulky.
Especially with the outfit that she was wearing with
Dude, honestly, we can't talk shit. We can't talk shit because she's one of probably the few wrestlers from that show that we could probably ever land. I'm sure she has messages turned on her Twitter. Which, if you don't know, quick plug, dirty plug, swallow us right here on Twitter, on YouTube and Twitter, because this week on Tuesday we have a special guest. Cha Charlie is in the building. He is entering the Paradox, and CCW wants to know where the ring bell is, Cha. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a work or CCW's upset, but they were like, "Yo, ask them where our ring bell's at."
Oh, and going back to our last podcast, when we had Alex Ocean, our last guest, I watched his pay-per-view from last weekend. It was something else.
Yeah, that guy is definitely.
He put Alex Colon in the hospital.
Yeah. That guy's definitely doing something, man. I'm glad we caught him, man. I told you. Do you see how much he's blowing up over the past week and a half from that match? Do you think we can get him for an interview now? This guy's untouchable, bro. He's like the president right now. We can't talk to this guy.
You made a comment and you texted me about going to Tennessee in
Are we doing
October.
this? Are we doing this? Are we doing? I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
You need to sit down.
Oh.
Like I texted you, I said
And he's sorry.
I don't want to go see him wrestle a Geritol up, coked up Sabu with no hip.
Please.
I'd rather go see him wrestle. What's his name? Brad Cash. Brad Cash in
Where's this at?
North Georgia, Cornelia, Georgia.
When?
It is. I will get back to you at the end of the show.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. By the way, so Martinez gets the win for this match. Ripley comes out, charges the ring. Martinez and Aaliyah jump on Ripley, and then out comes Shotzi Blackheart for the save. For whatever reason, I don't know, but we're just gonna move on to that. Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano's promo, and I had to ask myself, am I on acid? Were you on acid?
What I loved was when they cut to Johnny Gargano and he's on a ladder. And he starts talking about Steven Regal. I'm pretty sure he said Mr. Weagle.
Weagle. I did hear that. Yes.
Mr. Weagle. Oh, Mr. Weagle.
So we pull back in and we see Thatcher stretching some kids again. The guy's weird, man. It's Joe Biden part 2. So we move on to Kushida making his is it a return, a debut?
Return.
It's a return versus Cameron Grimes. I can't say that guy's name again. Versus a mystery opponent, and it opens up all weird and seductive and ooh la la. And who is it? It's a 17-year-old toucher himself.
Oh my god. With a fucking bleached goatee.
Yeah, man. Velveteen Dream is back. And oh, by the way, Kushida looks like he's going snowboarding. Why?
No, he's the Asian version of Back to the Future.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. So, this match, I actually started to kind of get lost in this match because I thought it was a pretty good match. I thought it was well put together.
Mm-hmm.
I did like Dream returning. So here's the thing now. Now you're kind of stuck in a position. Why bring Dream back now for this match? Is he going to lose to Balor next week?
That's what I'm saying. Why not have everybody in the ladder match?
Does Dream somehow finagle his way into the ladder match?
Oh, 100%.
Even if he loses to Finn? Yo, oh my God. Could you imagine if he loses to Finn and then he takes out Thick Boy? Thick Boy's out.
No, well, I mean, Thick Boy's heart's going to give out, so it doesn't make a difference.
Jesus, that guy is out of control.
Either that or the ladder's legs are going to give out.
Otis couldn't climb up the ladder, remember? And he still won the Money in the Bank.
Yeah. I mean, Orange Cassidy almost won the ladder match, too.
No comment.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, man. Are you ready to move on?
Yes.
All right. So tonight on AEW. Oh, whoa. Back up. What do you think of NXT? I thought it was a decent show. I didn't think it was the worst show. I've seen way worse.
No, it was bad.
I've seen worse.
It was bad.
All right. So AEW Tag Team Appreciation. So let's open up with a tag team match. And we open up with the Young Bucks coming out to the ring. And they are attacked on the ramp by the Dark Order.
Mm-hmm.
Or as Jimmy Cornette likes to call them, the Dork Order. Dork Odor. He calls them Dork Odor.
I mean,
I'm all about the Dark Odor. Huh?
He's not one to be talking.
Yeah. No, he's a fucking nerd. All right. So Dark Order throws Nick Jackson in the ring. And then you kind of, they're kind of getting some heat on him. But then Nick gets the hot tag to Matt. And Matt did some nice shit. Matt had some moves going, looked good. There was a spot. You gonna say his name? Say Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Say like Justin Roberts.
Randy Orton.
It's the worst Justin Robertson. How he does mocks. Oh my
Oh yeah,
god.
wait. Hold on.
Moxley.
No. How he did Scorpio Sky this week was Scorpio Sky.
What the fuck? So Randy Orton made a comment on Instagram. Can we pull that comment up really quick? Why don't you review the match, and I'll pull up the comment.
Okay, my comment is Bucks come out and get jumped by Dark Order from behind. Big dive from Matt off the stage on the two Dark Orders. Uno and Grayson are a great tag team. They have a sort of an unorthodox traditional style of tag wrestling. Great match to start the night. I always say that if you start with a good match, you're going to have a good show. I think it started out kind of slow, but towards the end, it picked up and was very good. Only problem I have is it ended with a roll-up.
Yeah, not the greatest finish of that.
Mhm.
Evil Uno looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's losing weight and more weight by the fucking second.
Seriously, this guy's just like, fuck that cheeseburger. I lost 10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear Matt tell everybody, or Nick tell everybody that he has the best comeback in the business?
Mm-hmm.
So, however, the middle of the match for me, it felt very like rushed. It just didn't line up good. They didn't look good. They didn't do their thing. But in the middle of the match, there was a spot that Matt Jackson says, or as we should call him, what the fuck fuck it. Anyway, so Matt Jackson like really stuck a landing. Road Warrior Buck. That's there's Balding Buck and Road Warrior Buck. So anyway, Matt Jackson kind of stuck a landing.
By the way, for the past, sorry to cut you off, but for the past 5 minutes, I've been trying to look up when this match is. And it's Brad Cash versus Alex Ocean, October 17th.
Do you want to go?
I don't know. We'll see. It's only 10 hours away.
You gotta let me know because I have to get off for work. Do we wear our podcast shirts?
Oh, 100%.
100%. Do we bring podcast shirts with us for sale?
We'd have to sell them out of the car.
Out of the car. All right. So, you ready for this comment?
Wait. The match, it's Alex Ocean versus the Suicide King, Brad Cash. Forest of Hands and Teeth death match.
Who is this? A whole death match card?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You want to watch this shit live?
Yes.
I'm gonna get sick. Can I smoke before?
The next match you have Akira, Cody McCauley, and John Wayne Murdoch, who's a fucking badass too, in a boards of death match.
All right, so let's book the hotel. All right, so Matt Jackson posted something on Instagram saying, and I quote, I'm reading this right here.
Mm-hmm.
I really stuck that landing, didn't I? And he's referring to a spot where Balding Buck was thrown into the wall on the outside, and Road Warrior Buck did a flip, landed on the back of John Silver, and kind of just slid down. And then everybody else fell. He only really kind of touched one person, if you could say they really touched him. However, we had a comment right below by Mr. Randy Orton himself.
Mm-hmm.
And Randy Orton says, sweet landing, but you didn't hit anybody. By the way, tell Cody, Goldust, Harper, Swags, Y2J, Hardy, Ryder, Spears, Ambrose, Arn, Malenko, Gunn, and most importantly, FTR high for me. Why do you think he threw most importantly FTR? Because FTR KO?
Yeah.
Definitely. Dude, that was such a sweet angle. I liked them together.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were great together. That was such a sweet angle that they kind of just fucking dropped the ball on. So. Oh, and then by the way, Dax Harwood responded. And Dax Harwood said, hey, what's up, Randy, or something like that. And Matt Jackson responds back to Dax Harwood, and he says, oh, look, It's the guys who beat up old dudes. And you'll get why here momentarily.
With a great sell job, by the way.
Great sell job.
Great sell job.
Somebody posted up, oh, they attacked Ricky Morton. I was like, that's what Ricky Morton deserved for trying to charge me $70 for a half-hour interview. Get out of my face.
It was 65 for 45.
No, I'm good either way, dude. Fuck that.
Exactly.
Our podcast is gonna boom with or without you, dog. So jump on or get out. I'm good. I don't need you.
Him and his old school Chuck Taylors.
Yeah, seriously, bro. What the hell? Even Chuck Taylor was like, "Yo, I don't wear them shits." So like I said, you were disappointed with the quick roll up, but it is what it is. Where do you rate this match? 3 stars?
Yeah, it's around 3 stars. I mean, I like Grayson and Il Uno.
Yeah, no, they're definitely fun to watch.
Next we got the MJF promo. I think this is a great promo. Great promo. I love how isn't this the weekend? Yeah, he was walking down the alleyway and he pushes Lance Johnson.
Yep. Well, you know where that was from.
Yeah, that was from Samoa Joe walking down the hallway and he pushes MJF against the wall.
Yep. And MJF kind of gave him the look like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man? Better chill.
So, yeah, it was a little nod to that.
God, I love this shirt. Don't you just love this shirt?
I do. Yeah, yeah.
I wore this shirt to Bass at the Beach. All right. Shane Douglas saw it and he was like, "Yo, a sweet shirt." And I was like, "Fuck you, bro."
It's kind of sick that I wish I had my new Wrestling Paradox podcast.
Anyway, so in this promo, Nina is sitting there and she says something and MJF hits her with a straight, "Yo, Nina, you speak when spoken to." So that's just another touch at the Me Too movement. MJF's like, "Fuck you. I don't care about your Me Too movement. I'm going to shit all."
But then he goes, "You gotta smile.
You gotta smile." So anyway, so then they ask, this was the funniest fucking part to me, dude. They ask Omega and Hangman who their favorite tag team is, and Kenny finger fuck bang Omega obviously picks, "Oh, the Young Bucks, my best friends for fucking 20 years. Dude, seriously, the Young Bucks, nobody else. No other tag teams in the world. No Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner. No Booker T and Stevie Ray. None of these other tag. It's the Young. Okay,
no one's a fan of Stevie Ray.
Dude, the Young Bucks are the best tag team to you ever. Your favorite tag team.
They had to though because it was going into the storyline for later.
Yeah. And then Adam Page is like, "Yo, I was gonna say us," and Kenny was like, "Oh fuck, man, sorry, I fucked dick." And Kenny Omega, you have my respect back when you bring back the cleaner. I know it's happening, so just let's fucking get on with it, please. So we move on to MJF addressing the state of the nation.
Yeah. And
if Nina doesn't start to fucking smile.
Yeah, it was a great promo. Mox's music hits. MJF clears the ring and tells his people to go down the alleyway. I mean the aisleway and block off the alleyway because they know he's coming from that way, this, that, and the other. And what happens? Mox comes right from the back and attacks MJF, hits him with the paradigm shift.
Do we still have a show?
Mox gives a promo, and I don't know if you saw it, but Tony Khan was sitting at the table, mean mugging the camera in fucking flip-flops and shorts.
Yes. Well, let's get back to this because if you did not see, MJF is winning in the polls 500% to negative 1,000%. Okay.
He fell a little bit from last week. He was at 1,000% last
week. The laying down in the middle of the ring was the greatest part of that promo. It was funny because did we talk about it? Where I said if MJF did it without the podium, it would look so much better.
I did.
I
did.
Without
Yep.
the podium, he would have looked so much better.
If he did like a
Wow.
pipe bomb-esque, just sit there.
Did you notice they removed the podium for that
Mhm.
part of the promo?
Mhm.
What's up, Tony? How you doing, buddy? So he attacks MJF with the paradigm shift, and then Mox cuts a great promo in the back.
Mhm.
Now, with the paradigm shift, MJF is hurt, so he says, and he wants the paradigm shift banned because it jars a wrestler's neck.
Mhm.
So we are up to, I believe, 100,000 signatures on this to get the paradigm shift banned.
Yep. So, but yeah, it was a great seething promo that Mox gives, and I loved it how he walked back and forth, and it was like it broke kayfabe basically, showing the back and showing like gorilla and shit like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
So we move on to a Matt Hardy promo. He wants Sammy on the August 22nd edition of Saturday Night Dynamite. And then Hardy attacks a ref thinking that it's MJF. Now, if you do not know, August 22nd has already been pre-taped.
Keep it
Did you-
quiet. Keep it quiet.
Chris, I don't know if I can, Chris. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know who this Joseph Rudd guy is,
Yeah, who is that guy?
but he's got long hair.
Long hair. So let's move on before I get too excited on what happened on August 22nd.
Or before we get shut down for multiple reasons.
Yeah, right. Multiple. So Scorpio Sky versus Cody Rhodes, ROADS. God, what if he did that? I swear.
I'm writing down all our ideas.
If he comes out and his name is Cody Rhodes, ROADS, I will be so upset. I will be so upset.
Oh no, ROADES.
Oh my God.
Idiot.
All right, so Scorpio Sky pushes down the door that's holding him back.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I don't like it either. It looked tacky as shit.
Yeah,
It looked about as bad as the fireball.
It looked like he came out of the Beastie Boys fucking music video, "Fight for Your Right to Party." Like, what are you doing? But the only thing I did like about that entrance is the camera above the ramp, and he was pointing at it as the fireworks were going off, the pyro was going off. I thought that was dope. I thought that was pretty cool.
And then Cody. Cody's now considered the Prince of Wrestling.
Yeah, and that's good. I was dubbed by Justin Roberts because then but before that he announced Scorpio Sky as Scorpio Sky. I thought he was leaking air from his diaphragm.
So this was a great match the way it started. I love the match. I thought it was all around. It was easily for me a 3.5, 4-star match.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Mike Chioda, by the way, Mike Chioda was the referee.
Yes, I was getting to that. Mike Chioda is the referee. And you know what got to me this entire match is they kept going, he's going to be the first African-American TNT champion. He was the first African-American tag team champion. He's the first African-American to ever wrestle for our company. Well, dude, can we stop? Can we stop, please? Like, why do we have to acknowledge? Like, look, equality. I'm all about it. Why do we have to say it? It's there. It's equality. That's what I want. I want equal people, equal rights.
That's a different show, different topic.
I'm not getting into politics here at all. But what I'm saying is,
that's me and your wife's new podcast.
No. We have completely different views on everything in the world.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, do we have to say he's the first African American to do this stuff?
Yeah,
I have to say that.
I wouldn't, and not just because of equality and everything like that. I wouldn't say it because your company's only been around a year.
Yeah, that was the other thing. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yo, like, isn't this known, guys? Like,
And you've only had 2 champions.
yeah.
And we know that they're both white. Like,
Here's the problem I have with this match. There was a spot at the very end of the match where there was a big superplex off the top rope. Neither guy sold it. Neither guy.
Scorpio Sky was hurt.
Holding his back.
They didn't sell the goddamn superplex, bro.
But here's my thing though: if they're gonna talk Cody Rhodes' ribs being hurt from last week
And everything like that. Have him come out bandaged up. Have him come out with some, you know. Another thing that's getting me is we saw an appearance of the Nightmare family, and I see what they're doing. They're making it like they're trying to push the title, the TNT title, like a boxing championship. That's what they're doing. Because they're having the entourage come out and then leave the ring, only leave the manager, the corner man, quote unquote. You know, Arn Anderson with his Waffle House menu. That I think he gets
Andy Reid's playbook.
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets a Xerox from Andy Reid.
But that's what they're doing, and that's why they wanted the title to be gold plated, which I like the new title.
If it was a black strap, it would be so much better because the red will pop around it. The only reason they're using a red strap is because titles for boxing are green and they're trying to go solid colors.
Yeah, I wouldn't like the red one because I think it would look too much like ROH's championship belt.
Yeah.
So I think the red makes it stand out a little bit, especially the way Kyoto was holding the strap and he was showing the camera. It was making it boxing-esque, which gives it a big fight feel. I like that, but then I don't like it at the same time. You know, it's
overall good match.
I think it was a great match. One of my biggest notes I had said, this match proves that Sky can be a heavyweight champion. Yep. Wouldn't mind seeing him and MJF for a title match.
Yep. But after the match, somebody shows up.
Side note. Why was Mike Chioda sweating more than the wrestlers?
Dude, Mike Chioda is just like a fucking monster. He looks like he's in a goddamn sauna all day.
Jesus Christ.
There was one time that I don't know who had the sleeper hold on and Kyoto was down and all you saw was the sweat just pouring off of him onto the mat.
Yeah.
Like, golly.
Brody Lee shows up.
Yes.
Great promo. He has the old title with him. He's like, I'm going to take that title and I'm going to give you back this title.
And it was an homage to the Wyatt family because it had the hanging light.
Yeah.
Very, very, very good promo. And he
very interesting about bringing up the Wyatt family right now.
Yes, because I said that I did what we talked about earlier. I texted you and said,
what if Brody Lee wins the title? I think he's going to take it off of Cody soon.
What if?
I said, I think they're going to make a run for push, you know, and literally, like, the fucking next day, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm like, oh, brother.
Cody Rhodes has tapped into our phones.
You know what I'm saying, man? That's what it was. We went to Bash to the Beach, and now they sent, like, some sonar through our phones and everything. Like
something, man. It's how Batman followed Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Heath Ledger Joker, the one that fucking died. Like, that sucks, man. I was gonna make a joke about how he died, but it wasn't funny, and I miss you, Heath Ledger. Please come back.
It's a tough pill to swallow.
I was gonna say he died with a pill in his mouth and his dick in his hand. Hey, how's your other dog doing? I'm sorry. I love you, man.
That's the reason why we're not having any more guests.
Is it because of me or Sam?
It's you. No. I'm talking about guests on the show.
Oh, no more guests on the show. Why? We're gonna have Apollo. We're gonna have Mikey Blackstock. We're getting Aaron back. We're gonna have Alex Ocean back. We're gonna I'm making a move. Cologne, hit us up. Alex Ocean, get us Cologne.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you want to talk to that guy. That guy's fucking no. He's
Dude, I watched a documentary on Jimmy Havoc's last match, and it was him and Alex Colon were talking about everything, and
Danny Havoc.
or what did I say?
Jimmy Havoc.
Oh, you want to know why I mentioned Jimmy Havoc? Because that motherfucker's no longer on this television show. All we gotta do is get rid of Joey Janela, and this will be perfect. Send Joey Janela back to Mud Show Wrestling, please, please. We get rid of Jimmy. He raped somebody and he can't stop drinking. This is awesome. Not the fact that he raped somebody. That fucking sucks. I wish he just got released for drinking. He's a piece of shit, and I hope he gets stuck in England the rest of his life. But thank God we never have to see him on TNT again. However, I do feel bad for Kip Sabian because they were looking good and Kip Sabian was looking good. This kind of sucks for Kip.
Yeah, and they got rid of Sadie Gibbs too.
Yeah.
And Bea Priestley.
Yeah. So anyway, so we move on. Private Party, their favorite tag team is who do you think?
The Hardy Boys.
Exactly.
And they show Jeff Hardy on there.
Yeah.
And they make mention of Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. March 2021, his contract's over.
Unless he gets arrested again.
Nah, he's been good. So we move on to Jungle Express versus Omega and Page for the titties. Titles. Why did I type titties? Oh, that's weird. Anyway, so what's wrong? You okay? Talk to me.
Can you imagine if they actually wrestled for like a pair of titties?
They used to do that on Raw fucking back in the 90s, man. Now up for the Sable's titties on a pole match. Thanks, Vince Russo. Glad you're contributing. Contributing. What did I just say? Contributing.
Yeah, that caught me off guard for a second. I was like, what the hell? What I loved about this beginning of this match when Jungle Express came out and Luchasaurus got in the camera's face. He goes, "Hi, Mom. It only took 65 million years for a dinosaur to get a title shot. Love you."
Dude, it was so weird because he was told to do that.
And you know what's great is Taz going, "Hey, 65 million years ago, didn't you call his first match?"
Dude, did you notice that earlier in one of the matches, he was like, "By God, we got a picture-in-picture."
Mm-hmm.
I forget what match that was, but he said he was like, "By God, we got a picture-in-picture." It was pretty good.
By the way, we're getting Excalibur coming back soon.
God damn it. Just when the show was getting good. Can that fat guy start drinking and get the fuck out of here too?
Who?
Huh?
Who?
Excalibur.
Nah, he just drops the N-bombs.
I'm tired of this guy already. He's not even back.
So I'm just going to give you my notes for this match, and it's going to be very surprising when I tell you this. Honestly, not a big fan of this match. It's the same thing every match with Jurassic Express.
Mm-hmm.
Love the Omega snap suplexing Marco on the outside and then suplexing everybody. Hangman and Omega get the win with the last call.
Yep. Personally, I think Luchasaurus turning heel would be great at this point.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine him and Wardlow as a tag team? Monsters?
Dude. It's like, oh my God. You remember we had Brothers of Destruction? Monsters of Mayhem. It's it.
No. Monsters of Mayhem, no.
Why?
Because their acronym would be MOM.
That's all right. Mom's in the building.
Oh.
All right. Dude, it's going to happen now. It's going to happen. All right, so we move on. Promo of Pride and Powerful pouring bleach on the best friend's gear and sticking it in the shower.
That's not nice.
That's not nice. Hey, Sue.
Right.
What about your baby boy, Sue?
And you want me to apologize?
And then we move on to Butcher and the Blade picking their their greatest tag team, which was?
I actually didn't catch it. I walked away from the TV.
That's right.
I did come back and I saw Road Warrior's face.
Yes. And Butcher's whole mustache is just beautiful.
Dude, I love it when they're not wrestling, when he wears those big, thick glasses.
Yeah, them monocles or whatever they're called. Yeah.
No, not the monocle. He wears just the thick glasses.
Them bifocal things.
Yeah.
Right?
They're like, yeah. But I don't think they're prescription. I think they're just like fashion.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty
He
dope.
looks good. He looks good. So we move on to an in-ring promo. Arn and Tully, FTR, the Bucks, and Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Morton, you're an asshole.
Robert Fuller is more cross-eyed than Shawn Michaels.
Dude. Ricky and Robbie. All right, so what was what, and you remember in Talladega Nights? What was his name? Dale. What was his name? Dale?
Cal Naughton.
Cow. Never mind. I was like, wait, was his name Robert too?
No, it was Cal Naughton Jr. and Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby. All right. So anyway, Bucks and FTR, thanks to teams. Then Tully grabs a mic from Arn and kind of goes straight heel.
Oh God, I had a big boner when he did that.
Dude.
But then my boner subsided when Sean Spears walked out and that creepy pedophile walk out of the back.
Yeah.
Oh,
God. Did you just watch the Jeffrey Epstein fucking tutorial?
Jesus Christ. Do you walk up on Peyton Royce doing that? Jesus.
Oh, my God. Dude, did you see the picture Peyton Royce posted of her with her abs the other day? She has an 8-pack, dude. She has an 8-pack.
She must work out.
Nice ass. So Ricky goes to hit Tully. Dax works the knee injury, and then out of nowhere, FTR.
Hold on. I said Tully and Ricky Morton scuffle, and instead of putting Dax faked an injury, I put Dad faked an injury.
Dad, what are you doing, Dad? Get up. FTR.
I always want one time when they're faking an injury, do the Peter Griffin and just rock back and forth. Like, can you imagine Keith Lee did it with his eyes? He was just like,
or Justin Roberts just like Scorpio Sky. All
that's
right,
copyright infringement. That's gold dust.
Sorry. FTR attacks Ricky Morton. And then I put FTR attacks Ricky Morton. That's what you get for overcharging us, you prick.
Yeah. But he sold that spike pile driver though.
He did. He looked good.
He got about 2 feet up off the ground.
You know which old man sells better than him?
Creed Bratton.
My dog PCO, not CPO. PCO.
Yeah. Oh, CPO. You said CPO the other night.
I know. So next, Mike Chioda promo in the back. And then out of nowhere, Jericho. Oh, by the way, do you know? I love how when Paige comes out, he's just holding a beer.
No, it's not a beer. It was scotch.
Or he just has a cup of alcoholic beverage in his fucking hand.
Yeah.
So then Mike Chioda has a promo. Jericho comes in. Jericho expects Mike to call it right down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. So
I love
that's
how
that.
Spray painting the jacket.
Yeah,
that's definitely spray paint. I work in the paint industry.
It's just getting more and more orange.
I work in the paint industry. It's not orange. It's more like a brown, and they just hold the jacket further away so it makes it look like it's faded.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They do that quick hand.
No. They lay it on heavy. It's just they hold it away, and it's just, or either that or they mix it with baseball clay.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Mm-hmm.
So we move on to Sheeta versus Heather Monroe. Now, can I comment really quick? Hold on.
Nope. Because I said it. I said I had a problem with only one thing on AEW, and that's this. I love that they're having squash matches against jobbers, but having a champ in a squash match doesn't appeal to me. We all know the champ isn't going to lose.
Yeah. Very true. But Heather Monroe, even though this was a squash match, she looked good. She has some improvements to make, but she put up a good little fight. She had there was a spot where she went for a Falcon Arrow and she countered it. Very nice. And she had to win with that stretch that she does. But Sheeta, all right, so I know you hate it, but as everybody can see, I collect wrestling belts like a loser. That fucking AEW belt is tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny. The toy belt for the AEW World Championship, the toy belt in Walmart right now is approximately around the same size as that AEW women's belt.
Yeah, but to a woman like Sheeta though, it looks normal.
And then to a monster like Nia or Nyla, it
Yeah.
looks stupid.
Right.
So something more in the middle will look good.
Right.
So anyway,
I think they should have plaques
you know what they should
or
do?
aprons, like cooking aprons.
You know what they should do? They should do how I like. You know what I like? I like that the IWGP title,
Mm-hmm.
and they put the names of who won it on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have longer runs in Japan. They're not losing the title in 2 months. They have long
Right.
runs. They have a year-long run. So I saw one. It had like AJ's name on it. Omega's name was on it. Brock Lesnar, Shinsuke, everybody's name was on it, and it was like $600. I was like, you're out of your fucking mind.
But it's great quality because it's made over there.
Yeah, exactly. So we move on to Jake the Snake cutting a promo, and while he's cutting a promo, Lance Archer is just like beating up jobbers in the background.
He
And it
killed
was
a
a-
guy and threw him in the garbage can.
Yeah, it was weird. There was a lot going on. It was very hard to follow that promo. A whole lot of shit was happening. And then Archer runs over. He asks Jake, did you tell him? Did you tell him? And he's like, no, man, I'm trying to fucking drink a beer. And Archer
It was actually a good Jake Roberts, by the way. That was a very good.
Thank you. And then he like turns around and rips Jake's shirt off.
He
and it
molested.
says-
He
It
molested.
says
Jake
everybody
Roberts.
dies. Was this like very just fucking like demeaning to Jake Roberts?
He molested Jake Roberts.
It looked so demeaning. I was like, I felt bad for Jake. I'm like, is he
He's like,
holding this
no.
whole guy against
He's like,
God?
no, I don't want to take my shirt off. No, this is a $200 shirt. And
Yeah.
no. And he like just like forced him to take his shirt off. Like it's,
He's like, hey man, I just bought this shit, man.
that is such a good Jake Roberts.
Thanks. Thank you. I should do
You
voice.
want to play a game of 21?
When
It
I
was very
18,
weird.
I watched my dad just rape this 13-year-old. Dude, you ever watch that shit? Did you ever
Yes.
watch? Oh my god.
It would
He's
be on
like-
the mat. Yeah, I watched
Yeah,
it in
Beyond
movie
the Mat.
theaters. I watched
Oh
it
my
in movie theaters.
god, dude. Dude, the way he was just like, yeah, my dad, just like
It was
fucking
his
13-year-olds.
It was his
Yeah.
sister.
Oh my god.
It was sister and I think
Oh.
his cousin or something like
He
that.
just like said it, and everybody was like, "Yeah, okay," and they were like, "What? No, speed back."
'Cause they-
Did you guys not hear what he just fucking said?
But do you know the reason why they didn't go after him? Because
Mm-mm.
his dad was Sam Houston. It was like one of the biggest wrestling promoters in the South at the time.
Shit, really?
So, yeah, so they didn't want to and he was a wrestler and promoter, so he was like the biggest star in like
Wow.
the '60s. So they didn't.
And then in that time, like Jake the Snake's like taking piss in buckets, while he's getting ready to fight Coco Beware.
Right.
So, it's funny. I look back at that, and you look at those wrestlers that went to different companies after WWE, and names were still Jake the Snake. Names were still Coco Beware, and they were able to keep their names and keep their gimmick. And now I think that's because McMahon kind of had a heart back then. And he was like, yeah, go make your money elsewhere. I'm not going to pay you anymore. Like, go do what you got to do. Now he's just like, fuck you. If you're going to another company, you're not taking the gimmick I gave you. I made you,
Well, that changed when they made it sports entertainment.
Do you think
When Vince
Okay,
came
go
out
ahead.
and made that promo about being sports entertainment,
– yeah.
that basically changed everything. That he owned the copyright of everything.
Do you think WWE made Dean Ambrose? Was Dean Ambrose – all right, let me rephrase this. Was Dean Ambrose only very popular because of that one match with what was his name? Wasn't it like Pinhead or some stupid shit like that? Where he fucking sawed his fucking head away.
Danzig.
It wasn't Danzig, that match.
He wrestled Danzig in a tournament of death match, and he sawed it with a radial saw, not a radial saw. What saw was it? Oh man, what was it? But then he wrestled like Homeless Jimmy, I think, in a CZW match.
But what I'm okay, so back to my question. Did WWE make Dean Ambrose? Is Dean Ambrose popular today because of his time and run in WWE?
Well, I think Dean Ambrose is only known in WWE. If they were to go, if you were to ask somebody now, hey, um, who like,
Brain Damage. That was the name. I'm sorry. Brain Damage. That was the one match that I strictly remember for Dean Ambrose in CZW.
well, see now here, if you ask anybody now, be like, oh, did you watch Dean Ambrose match last week? And they go, oh, you mean John Moxley? You know,
Okay. But so say Dean Ambrose never went to, say, Moxley, Jonathan Good, whatever you want to call him, say he never went to WWE. The Shield never exists. Nothing. We never see Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, whatever you want to call him, on WWE programming. His AEW premiere, is it as big and popular as it would be if he never went to WWE?
well, I mean that depends. Like, does he go to any other federation? Like, that's the thing. Like, does he go to any other promotion?
He sticks to the Indies. He sticks to Ring of Honor. He sticks to New Japan. Those things.
Remember, he wrestled in TNA too for a brief cup of coffee as John Moxley. So I mean,
I'm saying, is he that guy? Is he that guy still?
there's so much of a generation gap there that you can't tell. It's an unanswerable question. Like, if he
I'm gonna
wrestled,
say no. I'm gonna say if he never went to WWE, his name is not as big as it is right now.
I think if he went from CCW, ROH, TNA, and didn't go to WWE and went to wrestle in Japan like he started doing last year and got big in Japan, I think his inclination into AEW would have been just as good, maybe not as like accepted. Like,
Yeah. Would he be as popular as like an AJ Styles?
you have to look at AEW fans. Like, I'm not a WWE fan. So I would know more of his Japanese. If he went to Japan and got big for 4 years in Japan, then that would be, different story.
Yeah.
Because a lot of AEW fans are like me. They only watch AEW in the indies.
Yeah.
So I mean,
is WWE hated because, look, WWE's been putting out a bad product, yes, but is WWE as hated because they're the big company? Like
No.
the Patriots were hated because they always won.
Mm-mm.
John
Not in
Cena's
my
always
eyes.
hated because he
Not-
always won.
not
Why do you
my
think
eyes.
WWE is hated so much?
And no, the reason why I hate them is it's kind of like the UFC effect. It's recycled fighters, recycled storylines.
Yeah.
They don't give the come-ups to the people that deserve it. And those said people leave the company and they're the biggest. Like, they blow up.
Yeah.
It's not who you know, it's who you blow in WWE, so to speak.
There it is.
So it's just, I don't know, man. I mean, it's just, and it's also like a cancer society from what I've heard in backstage, in WWE.
Yeah. All right, let's move into it. Let's close this show out, man. I'm gonna let you have this one. My notes real quick. I thought it was a great match. I thought there was a lot of high spots with this match. I don't know why they still call it the Walls of Jericho. It's basically just a Boston Crab at this point, so that kind of bugs me a little bit. I like the spot with the bat and Kyoto, and then Cassidy really wrestled a great match for me.
Oh, he came out rolling.
I'm going to let you take over. Here you go, man. You're going to close out the show. Do what you got to do.
Orange Cassidy came out hot, rolling, got a big crossbody off the top rope. I thought it was a great match. Had a run-in with Hager when Inner Circle and the Best Friends were scuffling on the entrance ramp. Jericho goes over to cover OC after Hager hits the splash. The only problem I had is it was a wonky finish because Jericho fell too quickly for the cover.
Yeah, that I didn't like the finish. That was weird.
Yeah,
Taz kept calling it a mousetrap.
Yeah, but and another thing is when he was trying to go for those dragon knee screws, Jericho kept falling back and he wouldn't roll with it.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. I think that was the only thing that was bad, but I liked it. I think it told a great story, and I called this a couple weeks ago. Jericho was going to win one match, and
He's
then
on the other, and
then
then
they're
I
gonna
think
have
Jericho's gonna close out the rubber.
at All Out. That's what's going to happen.
Jericho's gonna close out the rubber match at all out.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so that is it. You have AEW coming out on top this week. Do you have the final numbers on the ratings?
I know it was a lot to a little.
Yep. I know one was in the 700s, the high sevens. The other one was in the low sixes.
Yeah, I know it was a lot to a little. Let me find it. Hold on a second.
In the meantime, make sure you guys follow us on YouTube right here at the Wrestling Paradox Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Podcast Paradox. Make sure you follow us everywhere. And don't forget to tweet me when you see me. What you got?
Nothing. I can't find it. But did you notice last night? I know we don't talk about this, but I got a notification that SmackDown changed their parental advisories.
To 14.
Mm-hmm.
14. That's a little interesting. I don't know if you've been following or hearing about Retribution.
Yeah, Tozawa is he's a ninja.
No, that's Tozawa. That's a whole different storyline. Retribution is about 4 or 5 little guys running around.
Yeah. I know. I
Everything.
could have sworn I saw Tozawa was unmasked as the.
No. So here's the thing. None of those people are the actual members of Retribution. From what I've been reading on dirt sheets, it is supposedly Dominic Dijakovic, also joined by, what the fuck is his name? Tommaso Ciampa.
I did see that.
Yep. So those are the 2 names that I did see. I know there's a girl name coming up. I don't know who it is. It's somebody that we haven't seen in a while, apparently. So those are the 3 names I've heard so far. For what's coming up with Retribution. Supposedly what McMahon likes about this whole Retribution storyline is they're not the actual people of Retribution. Those are not the actual members. They're the members, but kind of like the Dark Order. You have Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu, Don't Call Me Dick Grayson. I don't know why he says that. No one's ever called Stu Grayson Dick.
It was from the first time that he wrestled. It was it looks like you don't want to call him a dick in an alleyway.
Is that who said that?
JR.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
I guess Stu was like, don't call me Dick.
No, he was like, man, that guy's so vicious. He looks, don't call him a dick in an alleyway.
That's so weird.
By the way, I just saw a notification that I missed. Said person that we said had the long hair.
Oh, yeah, that guy. What color was that hair? Can you tell me?
Well, there's conflicting reports.
Ooh, what's that?
Ryan Satin said that said person did an IG live video, and he had the exact same bald head and beard as before. So the spoiler account from Twitter had all the right spoilers except for this one. That's a huge red flag.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
That's interesting. Well, how many more years does Brody Lee have left? He's 38 at least.
Yeah, he's
another 4.
I would, yeah, I guess, yeah.
It's running a little late here on the East Coast here, bro.
Yeah,
we're both pulling old Mike Tyson at ringside right now.
Yeah, it's Right, Matt Cardona says he's not in AEW just for a new T-shirt. Okay, whatever.
Who said that?
Matt Cardona said he's not in AEW just for a T-shirt.
Whoa, yeah, Sweet Life of Matt and Cody. You pricks! I can't believe they did that.
No, he's got a couple of shirts on there. They're actually pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is it. That's it. I think that's it. We're wrapping it up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight on the Podcast Paradox. Make sure you guys check us out this Tuesday. We are going to have Cha Charlie in the building. Man, that's gonna be a fun one. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be we got some hard hitting questions. Cha hasn't been around long, only about 6 years, so it's gonna be interesting. But we pulled together some good things, and hopefully he'll like that. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you. We will see you guys on Tuesday. Chris, you want to say goodbye?
Bye.